Welcome back to the channel, and today I am taking on a challenge that my friend Dapper has sent me, and I think he's also sent it to Khan and Cosmo as well. So we're gonna see how we all compare. I have not seen anyone else's attempt at the challenge, and I actually haven't even seen the challenge until right now. Here are the rules. There's 3 simple rules. Rule number 1. Paint your vehicle, but remove none of the starting blocks on the vehicle. You can add whatever you want. No touching the grass or walls, which makes sense. After completing all 5 stages, you have to do them all reverse with the same vehicle. All right, so let's take a look at what we're doing here. So it looks like it's kind of like a simple, just balance beam challenge. Just drive across there, and then skinnier one here. And then skinnier one here. And then this one is roundish. And I don't know what this is all about. I don't know if this thing rotates or not. And then little skinny pipe piece thing here, apparently. Oh, this is to get it. Oh, I see. This is to make it centered. I get. Wait, is this gonna move then? I don't know if that's gonna move or not. But then the trick obviously is that we have to use the same vehicle to get back through all 5 challenges. So I have to keep that in mind for the future, is that whatever I build for the final challenge has to also be able to complete every other challenge. So here's what, all right, I gotta do some planning here. This is 3 blocks wide. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks wide. So that's twice the distance. And this is 2 blocks wide. Everything is different. These, I believe, are 3 blocks wide. And that's not even a block wide. This is gonna be interesting because we can't touch the grass and we can't touch the walls. So it does have to be self-balancing. This is a world that Dapper sent me. Like, he sent the creative world, so he has this mod that I guess he used to build it so we can fly around. But we won't be needing that during the challenge, so we're gonna go back into normal mode. All right, so this one would be really easy if it was just this one. But what I'm trying to think of, this, whatever I add to this vehicle has to also be able to do the rest of those. Things are a little bit different. All right, I'm gonna try to also do this without using glitches, because I feel like a suspension glitch might be a little bit too obvious for like balancing purposes. I don't know what that is over there. His description didn't say anything about that, so I'm just gonna ignore that for now. I've been thinking a lot in my head. I'm gonna think a little bit more out loud now. What I'm thinking is taking the first challenge as if the second beam doesn't exist and just treating it as this is the only beam. Because then that'll kind of carry over into all of the future challenges a little bit better. Because the obvious thing for this one is just put some wheels down that are this wide and you just drive across. But that's not going to help us with the rest of the challenge. So if we can do just this, our vehicle is just going to be better equipped for the rest of the challenges. But how do I want to do this? I've been thinking about like perhaps using sensor balancing that either detects, probably not the walls, the ground will probably be better. If we have sensors that detect the ground, it just says we cannot touch the grass or the walls. As long as the sensors do not touch the grass or the walls, then that should still be within the rules. Oh yeah, and I can't delete any of these blocks. I'm gonna keep those white for now. I'll just paint what I add to it. So the widest thing that we are going to be going across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks is the widest. And then less than a block is the skinniest. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, no, I don't want to use concrete anymore. I want to keep... Ooh, man. The fact that the whole base of this is made out of concrete. Not liking that. What's the lightest non-concrete material that looks okay? So weight 2. I know there's weight 1 with like bubble block, but that doesn't look good. Cardboard, probably. I'm gonna use some cardboard to build the rest of my vehicle. All right, so that is how wide the platform is. So if I build a little bit extra, these will stick out. So there's a side note in the message that he sent me that says there are markers in between stages to pick up your vehicle via lift to move between them so you don't have to drive between stages. So what that's kind of telling me is all I have to do is get from here to here, and then I qualify, and then I can just use my lift and put it here and there, So I technically don't need to have like steering capabilities to drive in between the challenges. The fact that they said that makes me think maybe some of the intended solutions really don't require like a drivable car as much. There's an electric engine on it already. I have such a weird idea that's probably going to backfire on me, but I'm so curious. I am so curious to see if it'll work. I won't be able to steer at all, but I think I should be able to complete the challenges, and I think it would be a really unique way to do it. Oh, you know what? No, I think I can still try. What's really annoying, though, is the last one. Actually, anything where they're odd width, because my seat is even width. So if I'm gonna try to balance, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to get like a nice centered thing going on. But I don't know, let me just try this idea just because I think it's wacky and would be interesting to watch. I'm going to use thruster power. Thruster power and low friction block is my plan. All right, so we got a button there. So now if we're going to have low friction block, I'm gonna have to line the whole bottom of this with low friction. So now this one is 1, 2, 3 blocks wide. So that's a little annoying, but it should be fine, honestly. The one that's gonna give me a problem is anything odd width, because I won't be able to spawn it directly in line. So then we also have one that's 6 blocks wide, which honestly that one should be even easier. All right, we can use the wedges as well. Create this. This will help us get up. So I'm putting like a guide rail down here. This will make sense for the 2 block wide and the lower 1 block wide one, so I don't like slide off the sides. But these should also work on these ones. Maybe. All right, I'm gonna do a quick test on level 1 here. Let's see if this works right now on level 1. See, now the problem is, oh, that's a problem. Because this is 3 blocks wide, so one side's always gonna fall. Like that. Like, I know that there's an obvious solution for this particular challenge, but whatever I do, I want it to be compatible with every other challenge as well. And that's the challenge that I'm challenging myself with. Because doing them one at a time would be really easy. Here we potentially go. We can do this underneath. This will be great for the 1 block one, but this might also help with this one. I don't know, let's just see if that makes a difference here. I don't think it should. I think we still should angle off a little bit. Ah! There you are. Oh, the bouncing is so bad. I'm not even straight anymore, am I? Dang it. Okay, no worries, no worries, no worries, no worries. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe okay. I got an idea. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna stick with this method. I feel like I can figure something out. All right, I'm gonna use pistons. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an adjustable clamp and hope that this will be adequate. All right, so now you can see this is pretty prime for like a 1 block thing right here. But now I'm gonna use a controller and have it cycle through a couple of different stages. Let's go ahead and slap a controller right here. Attach that to both pistons. All right, so now we're gonna have this go on a loop. So stage 1 is going to be this wide. So then there's a 2 block wide one, which means if I have each piston go out by 1 block, we should reach that stage. Now stage 3 is gonna be 3 blocks wide. So we just add 1. Stage 4 is gonna be 6 blocks wide. So we add 2 to either side, right? So that'll be 6. Yeah, that's 2, that's 3, that's 6. And then at base, it's gonna be 1. There's the skinny one. There's 2 blocks wide. Oh, that's 4 blocks wide. Why is it 4 blocks wide? It should be, so there's 2 blocks wide. There's 3 blocks wide, but then I'm off center. Which it should be fine for the 3 blocks wide, except for the pipe-based one. I don't think I can center this. And then that's 4 blocks wide. It doesn't go to 6 blocks. I'm gonna have it go, maybe if I have it go back to 0. There we go, there's 6 blocks wide. Let's just see what happened. This is not my final vision at all. This is just like prototype, proof of concept right now. So this one is 3 blocks wide, so let's go 1. And there is 3. Unfortunately, that makes me spin a little bit. But now let's start going ahead, and it should zero me in on it. There we go. And I need to add some ramps to the front of it, because yeah, we are stuck right now. All right, that's fine. That's like smooth though. That's really, really smooth. All right, so now we add the ramp. It's gonna have to go right here. All right, that should help us. All right, there we go. We might be lined up enough. We're a little bit too far to the left. Oh, stay on. Dang it. All right, I know a way to avoid this. It's inconvenient, but it'll work. All right, we're just gonna put a set of pistons here. And what's a high friction block? Concrete slab. All right, so now we press number 1. That should lift us up. Then we are free to open these without adjusting my angle. Why is it not opening anymore? All right, now should have no collision issues. That looks good. Okay, so this should at least allow me to get my settings dialed in without rotating myself off balance from where we're pointed. And that looks like I'm as good as centered as I'm gonna be. So I didn't do this. Get to 3 wide, which is right there. Go back down. Oh, that bounce just ruined everything. Well, let's just try it anyway. And then number 3 is to go. All right. Yes, center, center, center. Yes. Now we're nice and centered. And I do have the wedges on the front now. So let's see if they work. Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. We are through number 1. So now let's go ahead. We said we can use our lift to get settled on the next one. So this one, I believe, is the 6 wide one. So now we do this, then we hold this out until its widest position. All right, widest position right there. All right, come on down. Oh, wrong button. Then number 3. Oh, don't bounce. There we go. So you're probably wondering how this is going to work on the rounded ones, and it's not. But that's not the plan. We're going to get there when we get there. And then we can use these to kind of level ourselves out. Those are working better than I expected. Now, let's move on to the next one. This is the 2 wide one, which honestly, I think is going to be easier than the 3 wide one because it's centered. So the 2 wide, we just go to there, but there we go. It's having scrap mechanic collision glitches. All right, now we come down and then we go forward. We should settle in on it. Just like that. Get to the end. And onto the marker. All right, now is where things get off balance. And this is where I'm really going to have to pull some fancy stuff, I think. Let me just try it and see what it feels like, and that'll give me some better information. Why was that tilting there? Is this 3 block? Nope. All right, there's 3 blocks. All right, let's see what happens when I try it here. All right, try to get centered on this. Yep, that's exactly what I expected. So now I am going to have a new system installed, but hold on. What is the gap in between these? Because this system needs to work with this here. And this gap is what, 4 blocks? 2, 3, 4, 5 block gap. All right, so coming off of here, it needs to accommodate a 6 wide thing. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am going to have a counterweight. It's gonna come off of here and here. All right, so here's the plan. We got that, and now I'm gonna use the heaviest material I can, which I think is concrete 3, and I'm gonna create a big ol' counterweight. All right, so I got my counterweights. They shouldn't interfere with my basic functionality. They actually might. Yeah, they do. I guess they should just be attached to the pistons. That'll actually kind of simplify things out a little bit. All right, let's see if this, before I continue on with this concept, see if it theoretically interferes. So these should just be able to go as wide as I need them to be. That looks fine. All right, I got them all on. Make sure that they go along with the pistons. Oh, The other side isn't going. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it's just weird scrap mechanic glitching. All right, that works. All right, now we need another controller. We need 2 controllers, one in the front, one in the back. Because we need separate control over the front and back of these. So now, when I control this one, it's gonna rotate these down 90 degrees. And then when I do this one, it'll rotate these ones down 90 degrees. And hopefully these will act as a counterweight below the balance beam that prevents me from tipping over, because it's gonna keep my center of mass hopefully down. That's why I was disappointed that the original vehicle is made out of concrete, because that changes, it makes it harder to lower my center of mass. All right, so now number 4 and number 5 should be those controls. So now let's see, am I lined up? I'm pretty much lined up. Let's put ourselves in 3 wide mode, which is right there. Now I'm gonna inch forward. This also makes me a lot heavier for the thruster, which is gonna be unfortunate. I may need to add another one. All right, so now as I get closer, before I get all the way off, I'm going to activate number 4. We get our center of mass hopefully down. All right. And then I gotta do number 5 once my back gets off. Uh-oh, that's a problem. All right, well that did not work at all. My center of mass might not be low enough. Or heavy, it might not be low enough. The counterweights might not be heavy enough. Let's up the speed on them, because waiting for them to go down was not ideal. Let's just add some more to these, which also just affects the rest of my stability in a potentially bad way. All right, let's set our width to 3. Come back down, go forward. Oh, I'm way too heavy now. I'm gonna have to give more thrust. Number 4 down. Could go faster still. All right, and then number 5 down. The counterweights are not at all working. I guess I can make them extend just a little bit farther. All right, I definitely need more thrust now though. This is also adding a whole bunch more weight. All right, well, we're a lot faster now, that's for sure. All right, put that counterweight down. You know what, let me actually go on to number 2. 2 wide instead of 3 wide. Oh, or maybe even this. This might be better. I'm kind of naturally sliding now. All right, let's go forward just a little bit. All right, that's being weird. Oh, that was the wrong one. Let's go forward a little bit. And then put this one down. It's working. All right, so now as I get up here, it's totally balancing us, but it's getting a little glitchy in these pipes. Now we gotta put this one up. That's fine. Now we get up onto the thing. We can use these to help. There we go. Now we put the back one up. And there we go. We did it. On the pipe one, at least. Now we have the small pipe one. I'm a little bit more concerned about this one. But the good news is we don't have to set a setting on this one. The bad news is, do we start? Oh, we do start centered on it. That's why he centered it. That makes a lot of sense. All right, well, let's see if we can do this one, because then we got to do them all backwards with the same vehicle. All right, here we go. All right, put that down. This transition, though. Oh, wait, am I going to be able to? I should be able to pull it off. This transition is kind of rough. All right, there we go. Why are those doing that? You aren't on right now. Why are they doing that? That's gonna ruin the ending. They're broken. These pistons are like weirdly broken right now. All right, number 5, go down. Oh, all right, you can definitely see the counterbalance working, but the fact that those front pistons are broken is not gonna work for the ending here. See, now they're pulling me into the thing. Why are they doing that? All right, I'm just gonna bring this back and reset. I think we can do this if our pistons don't glitch out. That's a really strange glitch. I hope it's not, I hope it doesn't get repeated, because that ruins my whole, like, creation. Just go forward. We're on the thing. Why does it break my pistons like that? I need those to work. Wait, so if I go forward more, oh, let me put this down first of all. But if I go forward more, my back ones also get broken. There's something really weird. But then watch, once I get up over here, they're gonna return. See, now they're coming back up. And then they have that weird effect. I can't live with this. I can't work like this. Can't work in these conditions. Why, Scrap Mechanic, why you gotta be glitching me out like this? If the vehicle worked as I programmed it, this would be the ultimate vehicle. Is it because it's like on a bearing or something? This is clearly not like an intended, you know, function. The only thing I can think of right now that the game might just find weird is these aren't welded together. Let me weld these together and hope that this somehow it just changes it in the game's eyes of like, oh, this is a different thing now. We're gonna make it work right this time. Please work right this time. All right, here we go. No! What if I only have one piston? Okay. And then the back ones are like weird until they get on and then they get loose too. I think I have a solution and it's weird. This solution is completely unnecessary. All right, I hope this like works because I gotta use a piston. And right now the piston seems to be breaking around this object. So hopefully this is something that can work. It isn't gonna break when I get in here. All right, so I'm just gonna have a piston that goes down and over here. All right, so now the idea is that for this particular run, I just press this before getting into the vehicle, and that I'm hoping is gonna hold that in place. Although it doesn't really make sense because it kind of went through the other thing, but we'll just see. Let's just see if it changes it. Hey, that's not centered anymore. No. All right, activate piston button. All right, now let's go. And ready? Piston brakes, but it's still functional. Let's get our counterweight down. We lock in, we go, and we put our back counterweight down as soon as it gets off. All of our pistons become loose on this final obstacle. I don't know why. All right, I'm gonna do another weird thing here. I am just going to add this block here and this one here. All I'm doing is adding glitch countermeasures. All right, so now they go down and then they twist in. That should stabilize it. All right, push the stabilization button. Let's see if we have any success now. Oh no, that prevents my weight from going down. All right, in that case, I'll just move them back by one. Oh, but then I can't. I can't have that underneath extension, but maybe. Oh boy, I don't have a lot of room to play with here. Let's just try this. Let's just try the 190-degree motion. Because the last 90-degree motion that we had before we added that second step was still attached to the whole system, so it didn't make sense. So maybe this will just add the stability that we need, I hope. All right, let's see if this feels better. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oh, dang it. Yeah, that completely glitched everything out. Or did it? Wait a minute. Oh, well, that doesn't work. Because now you can see it's no longer actually holding it. Dang it. Man, this is really, like, I just built this in a way that is not ready to accommodate glitches. The pipe ruins everything. If they're on the, what if I'm here? Yeah, see, look, no problem. Super solid, super easy. But yeah, man, this pipe is, I don't know if this is part of the challenge or not. I have to assume this is just Scrap Mechanic glitches, but it's almost starting to feel like Dapper's trolling us with this pipe here. It's like everything I do is just like, yeah, how about that doesn't work now? All right, there we go. We'll put those down first. There. Oh, I didn't activate my anti-glitch. All right, anti-glitch goes on first. All right, now these will go down before they get touched. Once you touch the pipe, everything goes bad. All right, there we go. Now you can see that the angled that I put on there, now it's actually hugging it. So that should keep it compressed without like loosening up too much. Hopefully it'll have a positive effect. Now we just need to focus on these back ones. I hope they're gonna work. What just happened? The problem is once I'm on the pipe, my controls to undo my counterweights become less reliable. So the end of it is going to be extremely luck-based. Oh, and look, now the pipe is glitched out too. Can I fix that? Come on, get back in place. Get back in place. What are these blocks? Oh no, what is happening? All right, now it's back in place. Maybe I just unglitched it. Let's see if maybe that unglitched the creation, I don't know. All right, my anti-glitch button is on. Let's go. And nope, still glitches out. You can see the piston loosen up. But let's see if we can get stable again. Nope. I'm gonna try reloading back into the world. Let me save this though, just in case. I'm not expecting different results, but sometimes just resetting is what you need. What is that about? I feel like Dapper's like controlling this challenge somehow. What was that though? Why? Why is that even happening? I feel like this needs to be on a controller and not in free bearing. Yeah, this is completely glitched out now. All right, well, the challenge is broken. Good thing I have a backup, so let's go to that one. All right, we're back in. You can see the default vehicle is there. Still don't know what that thing's all about, but let me just try. I'm just gonna start here because this is where I left off. Whoops. Come on. Stay stable. This is very much not stable. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do the challenge. Like, I feel like this vehicle meets the challenge requirements and should theoretically be able to do it, but the game physics is just obviously not agreeing. It's so stable before I touch the beam. The beam somehow takes away all stability. There we go. All right, now we're just gonna go across. I don't like it. Okay, there we go. And then we bring the arms up. Oh! Go, go, go. We're so close. Oh my goodness. We're so close. It's just things are too loose, so they're not going all the way back where they need to be. What if the default is like a -15? Oh, there it goes. Hang it. Okay. Go forward and put the counterweight down. Having the counterweights angled up like that seems to give a little bit more stability with entering the beam. Now let's see what happens here. No! All right, I just need those to not... Why is that? Wait, what is that? They're attached to the same thing. There's no way that that should be happening. Does that count? Can I please count that? I'm gonna count that because it's the game working against me and not the challenge. I deserve that, okay? All right, now we're just gonna do all of them in reverse, and it's only this one I think that's gonna be a real struggle. Maybe from this side it'll be better, who knows? All right, put those down. Nope, nope, it still loosens everything up. Okay, steady first, steady first, steady first. All right, steady, and now we go. No, 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 no feedback loop, no feedback loop, please. All right, can I get the front ones up? Oh, go! No, I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. Even though I know it can do it under normal physics circumstances, I'm gonna still get it done in these circumstances. In these trying times, I am going to get this done. If I can handle this frustration, handle the whole rest of it, no problem. All right, there we go. All right, let's go across. Let's put these up. Smoothly, 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 smoothly! Let's just say it wasn't welded. There we go. Let's see what this feels like. See, this isn't even in the right spot anymore. So now I'm gonna be off center to start, but let's see if it does the weird thing with the pistons. See, look at this. Look at how much more stable. Look at how much more stable this is. Now I just go across. I activate number 4. I go up. Then I can, see, now I can activate this to get myself up. Activate number 5. No problem. This vehicle is perfectly designed for this challenge, but none of that stuff's gonna work on the weird glitchy version of it. Like, I don't know if this is knowing Dapper, he likes to troll. I don't know if the nature of this being glitchy is part of the challenge or not, or if this is actually ruining the challenge that he intended, and it was more intended to be like this, and he just wanted this to be centered because the build was even width and this is an odd width. I'm still gonna try to do it on the original line, but I just wanted to prove that this vehicle is built correctly for what seems to be the intended challenge. The thing is, though, I don't think I'll be able to finish. Like, if I don't glitch up there again, this piston's not going to have the strength to push myself up the way that I did to get on that one. Okay, come on. Stay steady. Stabilize out. Put these down. Stay. The feedback loop. No. You know what it is? I didn't paint up my creation like you said we can paint. All right, now it's going to work 100%. Yes. Oh, did you see the whole bar sink down? All right. Oh, stay. Please stay. Oh, no. We're going into a feedback loop. I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching anything right now. What is this? I got an idea. It's not like anything revolutionary, but if I get far enough to get to the end again, I think I have to gun it. Front arms up. They're stuck. Go. Oh. I'm going to do a modification here. I'm going to change these to concrete 3 wedges. Arms up. Go. Oh, yes. Yes. We are done with that obstacle, and I did it on the original obstacle rather than having to add my more stable one in. Now we can continue on, and we don't have to press the anti-glitch button anymore. So now I should just be able to go kind of straight. These go down. These actually work as stabilizers too. Uh-oh. No, it's fine. No, it works. It's fine. I thought this was going to be bad for the 6-wide one, but the arms go out with the pistons, so it can take all of the different ones. We're not straightening out though. And there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, and then these go down. There we go. And we go across. And then these come up. Oh, they're glitched. They're still having issues coming up. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry, we can get it. I'm actually just gonna get rid of these, because these are not helping out. They're just being weird. All right, there we go. We're on. Those are down. We go across. And these come up. We continue across. And then I can use this to help me up a little bit. And these come up. And we're on there. All right. Now for this one. All right, this one is the 2-wide one. So we need to put these down so we can open ourselves. So we can open ourselves up, right? The opening isn't working anymore. Shouldn't be broken. Oh, I think it's my anti-glitch. Yeah, my anti-glitch system is interfering with it. All right, we don't need the anti-glitch system anymore. All right, so now we are 2 blocks wide. We can put these back down and head forward. There we go. Get these down. There we go. Oh, I should put those down too, but honestly, for this one, we're way more secure because it's flat instead of rounded. These are mainly for the rounded things. All right, then we get here and we gotta boost ourselves up a little bit. There we go. And then we can go. All right, that one down. Now we have the 6-wide one. This is gonna be interesting. I could probably just go, but let's do it as intended. So we do this and we press this until we get to the 6-wide stage. Just right here. We come down. Then we go forward. We put these down to help for stability. That's good. We put these back up. And then get ourselves up. Easy peasy. So much easier when things are actually aligned. And then I designed this one to use this as a 3 wide. So we're gonna put this down. Whoop, and then we go 3 wide like that. And we're not lined up very well, but let me use these. Kind of jiggle myself into the right. There we go, into the right position like that. All right, and we head across. Go on up. And there we are. No problem when the physics works as intended. We can do all of them. Just because I want to see it happen, I want to like just confirm it one more time. I'm just going to build myself another pipe one here because I know that this thing is like easily capable of this. Yeah, and now the way that this pipe should have gone, if I can get myself lined up on it, is the main question. There we go. That looks good. Perfect. That will funnel me in. And, oh, we got to put these down. Uh-oh. I may have messed up a little bit. Yeah, get on the pipe there. And I just had to be ready for my rear ones. Get the counterweight down. There, you see the correction? You see how it balances itself out naturally without things glitching through everything? That is the way this was designed. And then we get over here, and then we gotta get this up, and then before we get off balance, just make sure it goes over. And then we are good to go. Look at that, it's really not a problem. 1 wide pipe, not a problem at all. So there you go. I don't know what the intent of the challenge was as far as that last one goes. I'm assuming it was this, but either way, we did get there and back on the original design. Somehow that pipe glitches everything out. And if that was intentional, very well done on the troll there. If it was not intentional, I had to suffer for it for whatever reason. But I'm glad I got through it. So I think Con and Cosmo and Dapper are all gonna have their own something to do with this challenge. I don't know what it is. So you can go ahead and check out their channels. I'll leave links to their channels down in the description if you want to see what this challenge was all about, because I'm in the dark right now too. But this was the creation that I came up with, and I think it was a fun experiment in physics using counterweights and low friction with thrust instead of like wheels or I don't know what else people came up with. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some more you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.